I'm here with Ginger Elliott, professional virtual assistant to entrepreneurs and executive assistant, and I'm conducting this interview today from a coffee shop because we're going to talk about virtual assistants. Ginger, thanks a lot for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So why do you enjoy being a personal assistant to entrepreneurs?
Well, you might have already touched on it. You're in a coffee shop, and I'm in my pajamas. So when you're a virtual employee or teammate or entrepreneur, you get to have more flexibility and be on a team. And in that way, you know, even if you're at home doing your home stuff, taking care of your home and your house, you're on a team, and I absolutely love that. And then entrepreneurial leaders inspire the absolute heck out of me, and I wanted to be around entrepreneurs more often.
What are the benefits a personal assistant can offer to an entrepreneur?
There are, of course, many. I think the biggest thing that happens right away is that the entrepreneur is going to get more time to focus on their big picture tasks. When you're a one-man or one-woman show, you're doing everything, and it's really easy to maybe get bogged down with activities that aren't providing the most value. So having that assistant that you trust to execute that follow-through, the details, the correspondence, allows you to work more on relationships, to do the type of activities and tasks that provide value to your customers, and even something as little as giving you more time to think and process and plan, because you're not in the details of the work, but they're still getting done. And then the other thing that I've noticed with my clients is that the entrepreneur feels an immense amount of satisfaction helping their teammates grow. Like, we all love helping our friends, helping our teammates, relatives. So when you start that relationship together, the entrepreneur is going to see and help someone else grow. And I've seen that they kind of feel like, oh man, that's where I used to be. I used to be right there with where my assistant is. Look at how much I've grown. And it's another way of recognizing your accomplishments and knowing that you're providing value to others.
Once again, I'm here with Ginger Elliott. You can find more out about her at Ginger Elliott, that's with 2Ts.com, and Ginger B. Elliott on Twitter. Now, Ginger, when would you advise an entrepreneur to consider getting a virtual assistant?
As soon as the entrepreneur recognizes they're having trouble or they're really being challenged spending their time on the big picture activities, on providing value to their clients and customers, that's when you should think about getting a virtual assistant or maybe just bringing on a teammate, depending on your business. Your favorite entrepreneurs, the people that you look up to, those people are known for their expertise. They're not known for how they email or how they schedule something. So you've got to align yourself in the same way as the way you think of and appreciate and look up to your favorite entrepreneurs and business people.
And what are things to look for in finding a quality assistant?
I think the most important thing is integrity. Virtual assistants almost always are going to be an independent contractor. And if, as an independent contractor, you assign the work, you get assigned the work, and you execute it on your own and deliver. And there's a lot of trust that has to be in place there. So you want to look for someone who has a sense of integrity just like pouring out of them, so that you'll never question anything. And what that's going to do for you as an entrepreneur is it's going to speed everything up. Trust is going to speed it up. So first look for integrity. Then look for communication. They obviously need to be a great communicator. I don't think that needs to get explained too much. And definitely someone who has follow through. Things happen so fast in an entrepreneurial world that you need someone who can recognize that actually a task was just asked to be completed or something was just delegated in that conversation, and your assistant is going to hear it and write it down and execute it, and you may not even know, or they might just follow up with you and say, hey, I took care of that. You need someone with that kind of proactive mentality in them, and kind of expect maybe to grow it too. You might have to encourage them and push them a little bit, and as long as you have that proactive follow-through personality with communication that is solid and constant, and integrity, you're going to have a good assistant. They're going to grow. You're going to grow together.
I have one unplanned question here for you. If somebody listening wants to find out how to be a virtual assistant, what would you recommend they do to get started?
Research. Forgive me, I don't know the name of the organization. There are some very big organizations for virtual assistants. Some people are just now hearing about it, but it's an industry that has been around for a couple of years now. So do some research and reach out to people you know, either someone in your professional circles, even at school. Someone probably knows someone else who is an assistant or who has hired one. And I really believe in the power of personal relationships and listening to people you know first. And then do your research and get your feet wet. Go check it out. You know, try to do a small project for someone before you jump in the water.
That's great advice. And last question here. Based on your work and skills, what's your best tip or a few tips for entrepreneurs?
Don't schedule your own stuff. Entrepreneurs are great at lots of things, and in my experience, they're not the best at scheduling. And that's where an assistant can come in right off the bat, is let someone else schedule your stuff, let someone else set up your travel plans, and do it in a way that you're absolutely going to love it, so that when you show up, you have this ultimate confidence in your mind, body, and spirit that you are ready to take on and provide value and serve your clients.
Make sure to follow Ginger on Twitter at GingerBElliott with 2 T's. Ginger, thanks again for your time.
Thank you, Michael. I really appreciate it.